Think about a boutique in New York City. Thousands of people are walking past it every single day, right? People look through the window. Some even walk inside. Some people are buying things from the store. Some people are looking around. And when they are leaving the store without buying anything, that is totally normal, right? Do you think that store owner would actually say, I just need more traffic? No, because the attention is not the problem that they have right now. Because people are already there. I mean, New York, it's the busiest city on this earth. And there are already people. So people are already there, but they are not convinced enough to buy anything from that store. And this is exactly what is happening in your coaching business right now. You have people, you have the attention, but your people are not convinced enough to buy your coaching offer. So you are trying right now to get more visible when in actually what you need is a messaging that creates buying beliefs. Write this down. You need a messaging upgrade that creates buying beliefs because you don't need more visibility right now. Especially if you are a woman of color coach, you are already creating content, you are already getting that engagement, and you are already building an audience on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, no matter what the platform is. Your problem might not be that enough people are not seeing you and your offer and your content. People are actually seeing you. I mean, they are watching your reels. You are getting the views. People are opening your emails. People are coming to your live sessions. They are watching your YouTube videos. They are liking, they are maybe saving, and they are learning. They are actually maybe messaging you on the DMs, but they are not buying right now. And you are questioning why, right? Instead of actually figuring out what the real reason is, you assume that you need more followers, that you need to go viral and post more content. And I want to challenge that belief below because that is not true. Because if 1,000 people are watching you without believing they need your offer, getting another 10,000 people to watch you won't fix that problem. Okay? It just gives you 10,000 more followers, passive followers, not active followers who are turning into clients. Okay. So the visibility already got you the attention, but what is missing is the messaging that creates movement. And this is the difference I want you to understand because visibility only asks how many people are seeing me right now. But the messaging movement that you are having, that you need to have in place, is asking what are those people believing because they saw my content? And those are two completely different things you need to consider because someone can watch your content every single week, every single day, and still believe I can figure this out on my own. It's not urgent enough for me. I don't really need coaching. I can do this on my own. Your offer is nice, but maybe later I cannot afford that. And if those beliefs never change in your prospect's mind, why would they buy? Why would they invest in themselves and in your offer? They won't. And this is why I believe messaging is not simply communicating what you do and who you serve. That's more like the surface level of a messaging, but your messaging upgrade is changing what your audience believes right now because your content is there to move someone from one belief to the next belief so that they come to the end conclusion of buying your offer, right? So, as an example, like my prospects, my audience believes I need more leads. With my content, I am changing their beliefs to believe maybe I need to improve my conversion, right? That is how I'm creating buyers with my messaging. That is messaging. That is the messaging upgrade you need. You are not simply giving them more information. You are changing the way they are thinking. You are changing the way they are behaving. That actually will solve the problem. So you are changing the way they are interpret the problem, how they are seeing the problem, how they are seeing the solution. And this is where so many women of color coaches are getting stuck because you were taught give more value and watch and watch and have luck. So you teach, you continue to teach, right? And your audience loves it. But they are thinking this is so helpful instead of thinking I need this coach to solve my problem, right? And that's why I don't want you to measure the success of your messaging only by likes and views and comments and how many followers are coming in your audience. The messaging success and the way to know that your messaging is working is by asking, what does my audience believe differently after consuming my piece of content? Because beliefs creates decisions, and decision creates sales, and sales creates more revenue in your bank account. So your content should pre-sell. The best messaging makes your sales process easier. Someone should arrive on your sales call already believing I have a real problem here. I don't want to keep living in this problem. I want to have a better life. Solving this problem matters now. Then the sales call doesn't need to do the heavy selling for you. So your content already did all the work so that your sales calls are becoming much more easier for you to convert. And that is how you are creating leverage. That is how you're increasing your revenue without adding more work on your plate with chasing new leads, creating more content, and all of those stuff. So if you're getting views, you're getting likes, you're getting email opens, you're growing your audience, that already means you have attention. But if you are wondering why aren't these people buying, that means your messaging is not creating buying beliefs to move them to make a decision. So go back to that store in New York. More foot traffic means more people coming into the store won't fix how many people are buying the stuff in the store, right? More visibility doesn't fix the messaging that isn't creating buying beliefs. So you don't just want people who are watching you. You want people to think differently because they watched your content. That's the difference. Because messaging makes you believed. Okay? Messaging makes you believed. And when the right people starts to believe differently, they will stop being passive followers and become active clients inside your offer. They start to become buyers because they started to think differently because of you. Again, don't chase the wrong metrics. You need a messaging upgrade in order to create buying beliefs inside your audience's mind. Thank you so much for watching this content, and I see you in the next video.